Hello, today we'll be talking about Staryu. Its previous PYC dates are June 25th, 1996, April 16th, 1999, February 4th, 2002, November 25th, 2004, September 16th, 2007, July 7th, 2010, April 27th, 2013, February 16th, 2016, December 7th, 2018, and September 27th, 2021. I most remember it being on Misty's team in the early anime. I like the cool sea star design. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we're talking about Staryu, the star-shaped Pokemon. Guess it was all one word before Gen 3. Whose number is 0120. This is what it looks like. Its type is water. Abilities, Illuminate or Natural Cure. Analytic is its hidden ability. Gender ratio, gender unknown. Catch rate is 225 or 39.9%. Breeding is egg group. Water 3, hatch time 20 cycles, height is 2'7" or 0.8 meters, weight is 76.1 pounds or 34.5 kilograms. Base experience yield 106 in the first 4 gens and 68 in 5+. Leveling rate is slow, EV yield is 1 and speed, shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is brown, and base friendship is 70. Staryu is a water-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves into Starmie when exposed to a water stone. Biology: Staryu is a golden brown echinoderm Pokemon with 5 appendages. These appendages surround an exterior organ called the core. The core resembles a golden metal casing with a red gem in the center, which is held in place by a golden ring looped around Staryu's lower left point. If any of Staryu's appendages are lost or eaten by predators like Luminion, it is unharmed and can grow them back with ease, provided the core is still intact. When the sun goes down, Staryu's core glows its brightest. Many Staryu will float from the sea floor to the surface and align themselves with stars of the night sky as their core flickers, displaying a connection with the celestial bodies of space. The anime has shown that if Staryu becomes weak, its core will glow faint and flash slowly. During the end of summer, groups of Staryu tend to gather while lighting up in a steady rhythm. Staryu can be found at the very bottom of the ocean on the sea floors. There are times, however, when Staryu finds itself in rivers that lead into the ocean as seen in Pokemon Snap. In Gen 2, Camouflage was its signature move. In the Pocket Monsters Encyclopedia, and the original Japanese version of the anime episode The Water Flowers of Cerulean City, Staryu is classified as hermaphroditic. Evolution: Staryu evolved into Starmie. So you can see that here, Staryu, Starmie. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Pinball, a Staryu appears on the red table, however, it is merely decoration. Pokedex entries, in Gen 1, in red and blue, an enigmatic Pokemon that can effortlessly regenerate any appendage it loses in battle. Yellow, as long as the center section is unharmed, it can grow back fully even if it is chopped to bits. Stadium, it is capable of growing back any portion of its body that is cut off. At night, the center core glows with a red light. Gen 2, Gold. At night, the center of its body slowly flickers with the same rhythm as a human heartbeat. Silver, even if its body is torn, it can regenerate as long as the glowing central core remains intact. Crystal, when the stars twinkle at night, it floats up from the seafloor, and its body's center core flickers. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, get the Gold entry. If you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3 and Ruby, Staryu's center section has an organ called the core that shines bright red. If you go to a beach toward the end of summer, the glowing cores of these Pokemon look like the stars in the sky. Sapphire, Staryu apparently communicates with the stars and the night sky by flashing the red core at the center of its body. If parts of its body are torn, this Pokemon simply regenerates the missing pieces and limbs. Emerald, it gathers with others in the night and makes its red core glow on and off with the twinkling stars. It can regenerate limbs if they are severed from its body. Fire Red, it appears in large numbers by seashores. At night, its central core flashes with a red light. Leaf Green is red and blues again. In Gen 4 and Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, if its body is torn, it can grow back if the red core remains. The core flashes at midnight. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. In Gen 5, Black and White is the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum's entry. Black 2 and White 2, as long as its red core remains, it can regenerate its body instantly, even if it's torn apart. In Gen 6, X is the Silver entries. Y is Fire Red's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphire, but Staryu and Pokemon are their correct casing. In Gen 7 and Sun, large numbers of these Pokemon make their home at the seaside. At night, a strange red glow radiates from the center of their bodies. Moon, This Pokemon gets nibbled on by Lumineon and others. Thanks to its red core, it regenerates fast, so it's unconcerned by their snack attacks. Ultra Sun. In many places, there are folktales of Stardust falling into the ocean and becoming Staryu. Ultra Moon. No number of injuries can bother Staryu. Its amazing regenerative powers return it to its previous state in half a day. The Let's Go entry is very similar to Yellow's, but slightly different, so I'll read it. As long as the center section is unharmed, this Pokemon can grow back fully, even if it is chopped into bits. In Gen 8, Sword. If you visit a beach at the end of summer, you'll be able to see groups of Staryu lining up in a steady rhythm. Shield. Fish Pokemon nibble at it, but Staryu isn't bothered. Its body regenerates quickly, even if part of it is completely torn off. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, very similar to their Diamond and Pearl counterpart, but slightly different, so we'll read it. If Staryu's body is damaged, it will regenerate as long as the red core remains. The core flashes at midnight. So we got Staryu in the Alola Pokedex, game locations, side game locations, events, held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. So in red, blue, and yellow, you get a TM, 33 Ice Punch 100% of the time. Gold, silver, and crystal, you get Stardust 23% of the time, and a Star Piece 2% of the time. Ruby, Sapphire, Fire, Red, Leaf, Green, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart, Gold, and Soul Silver, you get Stardust 50% of the time, and Star Piece 5% of the time. Pokewalker, you get Waterstone, Beyond the Sea 100% of the time. Don't know what that means, but okay. Black, White 2, White 2, XY, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, you get Stardust 50% of the time, and a Star Piece 5% of the time. Sword and Shield, you get Stardust 50% of the time, but the expansion pass is required. Star Piece, you get 5% of the time, but the expansion pass is required. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Stardust 50% of the time, and a Star Piece 5% of the time. Stats, base stats, HP 30, Attack 45, Defense 55, Special Attack 70, Special Defense 55, Speed 85 for a total of 340. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 70. Pokéthon stats, Type Effectiveness, damage normally by Normal, Fighting, Flying, Poison, Ground, Rock, Bug, Ghost, Psychic, Dragon, Dark, and Fairy. Weak to Grass and Electric for double, immune to nothing, resistant to Steel, Fire, Water, and Ice for half. Learn set by leveling up. 1, you get Tackle and Harden. 4, Water Gun. 8, Confuse Ray. 12, Rapid Spin. 16, Minimize. 20, Swift. 24, Psybeam. 28, Brine. 32, Light Screen. 36, Power Gem. 40, Psychic. 44, Surf. 48, Recover. 52, Cosmic Power. And 56, Hydro Pump. By TM/TR and Sword and Shield. TM14, you get Thunder Wave, 17 Light Screen, 18 Reflect, 21 Rest, 24 Snore, 25 Protect, 27 Icy Wind, 33 Rain Dance, 35 Hail, 36 Whirlpool, 39 Facade, 40 Swift, 45 Dive, 55 Brine, 76 Round. For the TRs, 3 Hydro Pump, 4 Surf, 5 Ice Beam, 6 Blizzard, 8 Thunderbolt, 9 Thunder, 11 Psychic, 16 Waterfall, 19 Tri-Attack, 20 Substitute, 26 Endure, 27 Sleep Talk, 44 Cosmic Power, 52 Gyro Ball, 63 Power Gem, 70 Flash Cannon, 84 Scald, and 92 Dazzling Gleam. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, 3 Water Pulse, 7 Hail, 13 Ice Beam, 14 Blizzard, 16 Light Screen, 17 Protect, 18 Rain Dance, 21 Dazzling Gleam, 24 Thunderbolt, 25 Thunder, 29 Psychic, 32 Double Team, 33 Reflect, 42 Facade, 44 Rest, 49 Scald, 55 Brine, 58 Endure, 67 Recycle, 70 Flash, 73 Thunderwave, 74 Gyro Ball, 77 Psych Up, 82 Sleep Talk, 87 Swagger, 90 Substitute, 91 Flash Cannon, 95 Surf, and 99 Waterfall. Nothing by breeding. By tutoring, in the Sword and Shield expansion pass, you get Flip Turn. It's a physical water type move. Its power is 60, accuracy 100, and PP hit is 20. By transfer from another generation, 2, you get Attract. 1, you get Bide. That doesn't work anymore. 1 through 7, you get Bubble Beam. 3 through 7, you get Camouflage. That doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7, you get Confide. 2, you get Curse. 1 through 7, you get Double Team. 1 and 3, you get Double Edge. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, you get Flash. That doesn't work anymore. 2 through 7, you get Frustration. That doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, you get Gravity. 7, you get Headbutt. 2 through 7, you get Hidden Power. That doesn't work anymore. 4, 5, 6, and 7, you get Magic Coat. 1 and 3, you get Mimic. 4, you get Natural Gift. That doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, you get Pain Split. 2 through 7, you get Psych Up. 1, 6, and 7, you get Psy Wave. 1, you get Rage. That doesn't work anymore. And neither does Psy Wave. 4 through 7, you get Recycle. 5 through 7, you get Reflect type. 2 through 7, you get Return, that doesn't work anymore. 4, you get Rollout. 3, 4, and 6, you get Secret Power, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, you get Signal Beam, that doesn't work anymore. 1, you get Skull Bash. 2 through 7, you get Swagger. 1, you get Takedown. 1 and 7, you get Teleport. 1 through 7, you get Toxic. 4, you get Twister. 3, 4, 6, and 7, you get Water Pulse, and 2, you get Zap Cannon. TCG only moves, you get Double Slap from this card, Lunge from this card, and Pound from these cards. Side game data. All this, yep. Okay. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Staryu attacks while spinning its body. Take care not to touch it then. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. It attacks by launching strange orbs and by spinning around. Got this. Pokepark 2 Wanders Beyond. In the Pokepark pad entry, he thought no Pokemon could exceed his speed. Actually losing Chase made his life more challenging and fun. Aww. Evolution data, Staryu, Waterstone, Starmie. Sprites here. So yeah, you got the basics pretty solidly. It's all orange. Instead of brown. I probably couldn't do brown yet. So yeah. But pretty good. I mean, I don't know. They all kind of work. I mean, they're all slightly different because of the, I don't know. What is most accurate? I guess reds is with how it looks now, or yellows is. But they all kind of work, and I kind of like all of them, to be honest. Golds, we get more. The brown is introduced, and the red core properly. I mean, it kind of always was red, but it's more clearly red, I guess. Shiny is gray with blue. Yep. I don't think I'm gonna need to count the 5 points. But yeah, I won't. Back sprite doesn't work for yellows. Yeah. Gen 3, so it's a little different now. It's a different shade of gray. This plate is always yellow now. It's brown, of course, and it's more clearly defined, and it's a lot bigger. And yeah, so then this is a different shade of blue, but yeah, and then I got that grayish color. Yep. Slightly different shade of brown here. And diamond and pearl. So you got this slightly different shade of brown again. The gem is smaller again. This is more of a green gray, I guess. Yeah, these are all slightly different. And, yeah. Oh yeah, the back. The weird hook on the back. I always forget about the hook on the back. So you can't really see it in the front, like the back sprites here, you can't at all see the hook on the, but here it kind of, you can slightly see the hook of the thing. That's how it attaches or whatever to the star or whatever, this little hook here. This mostly appears on the back sprites, obviously you can't really see it, you wouldn't be able to see it, yeah. Black and white, you get to see the full thing, and you get the full strap there. I think this is a slightly different shade of brown. Then we got, oh, this is interesting. Okay. Interesting first interpretation of what this Pokemon would look like in 3D. It's a little different. It's more of a gold and, I don't know, pinkish red, I guess. And they're back to their lighter colors. Bodies, yep. Yeah, suns is way better. Sun and moons, yeah, because it's much more accurate to the modern look of it. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, this is the gem. Yeah, it's surrounded by this simple gold plate. Of course, the Let's Go games, a lot better. Actually, it's interesting because, yeah, would have been interesting to see how Sword and Shield dealt with it, but unfortunately, they're not here right now, so. I can't find, I guess I can find out when I play the game. Yep, and this is the homes. Let's see. It's very simplified, I guess, now. Now that's in 3D. Anyway, in the anime, so yeah, the major one is Misty Staryu, so Staryu in the anime here. Yeah, we got all this. Yep. Pokedex entries in Episode 7 in Ash's Pokedex. Staryu, the core of this water Pokemon, shines in a rainbow of 7 colors. A core that is valued by some as a type of jewelry. I got that, I guess. In the manga here, Staryu, Pokemon Adventures. Very nice. Staryu and Ash and Pikachu, very simplified. Yep. Pokedex entries in Pokemon Adventures. Chapter 120. As long as the sparkling core in the middle of its body is not destroyed, Staryu can reform, even after it has been cut into 1,000 pieces. This is from a translation, I guess. Okay. In the TCG, other appearances. Super Smash Bros. Melee / Brawl / 3DS / Wii U / Ultimate. When released from a Pokeball, Staryu will target one of the opponent's spin towards them and shoot Swift. Its attack is rapid fire, but it can easily be escaped from by directional influence. The player can still move around while getting hit by Swift. And Ultimate appears as a spirit. Got Staryu in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and Staryu in Smash Bros. For 3DS. Then we got a Melee trophy information. These star-shaped Pokemon that evolve into Starmie are found in large numbers at the seashore. At night, Staryu's red center glows and blinks on and off. It's said that as long as its red center remains, it can regrow its limbs. Whether it's related to Cleffa, another Pokemon with a vaguely star-shaped appearance, is unknown. Brawl trophy information. A star-shaped Pokemon. It gathers in groups and flashes the red jewel in the center of its body in time to the twinkling of the stars in the night sky. If it loses appendages, it can regenerate them right away. You can also use camouflage, which allows it to change its type to match the surrounding terrain. If a water stone is used on it, evolves into Starmie. The 3DS / Wii U trophy information. In North America, this water-type Pokemon, Staryu, greatly resembles a star. Exposing one to a water stone causes it to evolve into Starmie. Another star-shaped Pokemon, Cleffa, exists, but the two don't look all that similar. In Smash Bros., Staryu will attack foes with Swift. Anyone hit will be seeing stars. In the PAL region, this water-type Pokemon evolves into Starmie when you use a water stone. Star shape makes it rather cute, but that doesn't mean Staryu's not a threat. Its swift attack will pummel fighters with a flurry of stars. If you notice Staryu's aiming at you, quickly move up or down to get out of the line of fire. So you got the Staryu trophy in Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. Trivia. In Pokemon Ranger, Staryu is the only Pokemon with the field move Flash. Once Staryu serves its purpose with Flash, it cannot be captured again except during the Kyogre mission. Staryu is one of 14 Pokemon that one is able to collect foreign Pokedex for in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Staryu shares its category name with Cleffa. They are both known as the star-shaped Pokemon. Staryu was programmed to learn egg moves in Gold and Silver, but these moves were unobtainable because both Staryu and Starmie are gender unknown and so could only breed with Ditto. These moves were removed in Crystal. Staryu, Starmie, and Mew are the only Pokemon species that are gender unknown, but can legitimately learn Attract in Gen 2. This move has no effect when used by these Pokemon. For the 6th point, I've read most of it, but there are bits and pieces that are new to this article, so I'll read them. So in the sub-point, the first one here, they also have a chance of holding valuable items, Stardust / Starpiece, and Pearl / Big Pearl, respectively. Starfishes and oysters are natural enemies, as starfishes prey on oysters. Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond erroneously refers to Staryu as male, despite it being a Pokemon species that is gender unknown. Origin, Staryu seems to be based on a stylized starfish such as the common starfish or the necklace starfish with its vivid red center surrounded by bright plates. Like Staryu, many real starfish have the ability to regenerate lost body parts. Given its ties to outer space and ability to emit light, it may also be based on literal stars and meteors. It is also reminiscent of ornate jewelry with its central core resembling a polished Cabochon gem mounted inside a golden prong setting. The standard color of its gem resembles a ruby, while its shiny color resembles a sapphire. Its tendency to rapid spin its body is reminiscent of shuriken and propellers. Staryu's gender unknown designation may be based on hermaphrodism, observed in some real-life starfish species. In the Pocket Monsters Encyclopedia and the original Japanese version of the anime episode The Water Flowers of Cerulean City, Staryu is classified as hermaphroditic. Additionally, Staryu's ties to outer space, its Japanese name, its ability to learn various beam attacks, and the gem in its middle acting like a heart may all be a reference to the Ultraman series, where Ultra Warriors have similar gems on their chests that start flashing when they are weak, just like Staryu's gem as shown in the anime. Name origin, Staryu may be a combination of star and you in opposition to me in Starmie. Hitodemon may be a combination of Hitode, starfish, and man, possibly in reference to Ultraman. Aww. In other languages, related articles, external links to the Super Smash Bros. Series. Yeah, let's move on. Now let's watch Staryu's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 6, Clefairy and the Moonstone. In this episode, Ash, the main character, and his traveling companions, Brock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pikachu, have come to Mount Moon, where they've met Seymour the Scientist. They were confronted by Team Rocket, consisting of Jesse, James, and Meowth. Jesse and James were blasted off, while Meowth snuck away to capture Clefairy with the Moonstone, a rare stone that makes some Pokemon evolve. And so Misty and Seymour have followed the Clefairy, and Misty has thrown her Pokeball into the water, and I think this is the Pokeball with a Staryu. Yep. There's the Staryu.
Swift attack!
Attack. Meowth there, yep.
Meow! Meow! Water gun, Staryu!
Okay. Okay, there he goes.
Bye, Meow! Have a nice trip!
That's Seymour the Scientist and the Clefairy.
Return.
Yep. Okay. So that's Staryu's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's watch Staryu's scenes in Detective Pikachu. Hello and welcome to the Detective Pikachu portion of the video, as I like to call it, Detective Staryu, as it's only the frames of Staryu to the best of my ability. There is a huge caveat on this one, because Staryu only appears as a sign. So you can kind of see a little bit of it here. There's also a different kind of sign that it appears in, and I'll point them out as we go. So we are currently in Rhyme City. Tim Goodman, the main character, has come to this city after finding out that his father died in a car crash. He was a police detective, and he's going to his dad's apartment to, finish up there. So Rhyme City is special because it's a city where humans and Pokemon coexist. So there's the letter. Okay, here we go. So, in this scene, Tim has met Detective Pikachu, a talking Pikachu, and accidentally released something called the R-gas onto some local Apom in the area, and they've gone crazy, and they chased him through this tube to this dumpster. And so the sign is here. It's not really all that obvious. It doesn't really look like it, but if we were to... Yeah, in that it would be. So we've got to much later in the film. The parade for the 10th anniversary of Rhyme City is starting. So here's the other Staryu sign. So they're doing a parade, yeah.
Watch the day's festivities.
There it is. So at this point in the film, Tim has found out that his dad is not actually dead. Instead, his disappearance was linked to Mewtwo, and so he met Mewtwo, but Mewtwo was captured by who they believe to be Roger Clifford, who runs the news and is the son of Howard Clifford, the founder of Rhyme City. Tim and Detective Pikachu have allied with Lucy Stevens, a journalist for the news. So when they met Mewtwo, Tim and Detective Pikachu were shown a vision where it seemed like Pikachu betrayed Harry Goodman, Tim's father. And so Pikachu split from Tim, and so now Tim and Lucy are coming back to the city. The parade set out here. You can see the sign. Okay. So now we've cut to later, a lot later. So what's happened is that Howard was revealed to be the one that actually captured Mewtwo. He used a device called the Neuralink to put his mind inside Mewtwo. He then released the R-gas onto the Pokemon, making them go crazy, and using that, he used Mewtwo's powers to merge humans and Pokemon, so that's what's happened. Detective Pikachu has come back to the city after finding some evidence at the crash scene, and so, yeah, has come back to this mess. That's Lucy's Psyduck. Lucy's mind is in Psyduck right now. Okay, so now he's decided to fight Howard. So the sign is right there, yes. So, yeah, we got a bunch of the floats and stuff, and that sign will appear a few times.
Okay, Pikachu.
Yes. That's
Pikachu.
That's Howard. Neuralink.
Don't breathe.
So it's all in the background down there. Okay, so now we cut to a little bit later in the film. The plan has been undone. Tim disconnected the Neuralink from Howard, releasing Mewtwo, so that's Mewtwo proper. He's gonna go fix things, and the sign is right there. And that's it. I hope you enjoy. Let's move on. Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Staryu card. It's the first Staryu card design. It was illustrated by the late Kaiji Kunobuchi. I think this is a good representation of Staryu. The most notable part is probably the core, which is too large. Staryu has 40 HP. It's 2'7" and 76 pounds, which is 0.1 pounds lighter than its weight in the official Pokedex. It has one move, Slap. This is not a move in the video games. On this card, it costs 1 water energy and hits for 20 damage. Staryu is weak to lightning for double damage. It has no resistance, which is odd since it could have been resistant to fire or water, since it's resistant to those types in the video games. Its retreat cost is 1 of any energy. Its description reads, an enigmatic Pokemon that can effortlessly regenerate any appendage. It loses in battle. This is the Pokedex entry in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Leaf Green. It's level 15. I have a card for Snarmy, so we'll talk about it tomorrow. Now let's see why people love Staryu. Hello and welcome to the community post section of the video. Today, we had one response, thank you, to Matches Malone for doing that. So the question is, what do you love about Staryu? And they respond with, its crystal sprite is incredible. It has never looked better than there. The loop on one of its lower legs, supposedly to keep the metal casing in place, always stood out to me because that goes away when it evolves into Starmie. The disappearance of the loop shows Starmie doesn't need it to keep the casing in place anymore, and in that way, the existence of the loop on Staryu reinforces the juvenile aspects of Staryu's design. This is very well thought out. Thank you for the response. Let's move on. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you not familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Staryu. So this is Staryu Revisited by Joshua Dunlop. I guess it's, you know, just a Staryu. Yeah, I guess they didn't like their original design for it or something. So he went back and did it again. It's very nice, very realistic. I could definitely see something like this in Detective Pikachu. Yes. And you got the seagulls. I don't know if those are supposed to be Wingulls. I don't know if these are actually modeled or if this is just a picture. It could be. I don't know. So here we've got Starmie by Mr. Red Butcher. So this really cool image of these two. It's a very nice image. It looks like, I don't know, they look like they're bonding or something. I don't know why, even though they have absolutely no face. It's very interesting. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see the difference between them and, yeah, seeing how they stylized it and stuff. Then we've got Poke Design Thingy by Avial Sausage. So, this is Pokemon. Yeah, name. Is your number 120 Staryu type water. So we got 3 different designs, I guess, of it. Yeah, like a happy face in the middle of the thing, then an angry one, and I don't know. It's like a sassy, or I don't know, confident one, I guess, because that's like a smile in the center and all these different designs, and that's fun. This doesn't contain a Staryu, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, as I need to wait until I talk about Snorlax before I can catch a Staryu. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Starmie. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.